I think most of us can agree that 2020 was kind of a weird year when it came to delivering news about games. If it wasn't the Summer Games Fest being a good concept, being a bit messy in execution, or the very weird handling of information about the PS5 and Series X, it was definitely the fact that E3 was cancelled last year. Obviously, due to the still ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, E3 was cancelled in 2020 in its entirety. However, with many developers moving to much smaller or full-on digital events in that time frame to reveal new info, many have wondered if E3 would make a return for 2021 in that format. Lo and behold, in the last week, we have our answer. There was already confirmation of E3 going digital this year due to the pandemic. However, many rumors had started to emerge that E3 2021 was going to be locked behind a paywall of some kind. This obviously was extremely concerning at first. However, E3 had shut those rumors down on their Twitter account by saying, quote, E3's 2021 digital show is a free event for all attendees. We're excited to fill you in on the real news for the event very soon. Only 5 days later was it officially confirmed what their plans are. To quote their Twitter, welcome back. It's been hard waiting quietly as we got ready for today, but we're thrilled to officially announce our plans for June 12th through the 15th. Wait, isn't there a game coming out that I'm really looking forward to 2 days before? Ah, fuck. But yes, E3 2021 is officially happening, and it's going to be a digital event taking place over the span of 4 days. On their website, they say, quote, E3 2021 is embracing the future and showcasing the video game industry with an all-virtual event that will engage everyone, everywhere. With live press conferences and a 4-day-long video stream, E3 2021's virtual format gives you unprecedented access to the premier video game industry event. In 2021, E3 is coming to you. This year's event will be a reimagined and hyper-engaged digital experience, paving the way for so much more in 2022 and beyond. As they say, E3 will be spanning across 4 days in a virtual format. Personally, this makes me very happy. I was kind of confused last year why E3 had just not went with a digital event instead, so this isn't just the safest option, but it's also an exciting one. More E3 is a great time for the gaming industry in my opinion. On top of this, we have an official press release from them, detailing some of the early partners at E3 who will be there, as well as some more info about the event itself. Let's take a look. To quote, it's game on for E3, as the Entertainment Software Association, the ESA, officially unveils plans for a reimagined all-virtual E3 2021 that will engage video game fans everywhere. With early commitments from Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two Interactive, Warner Bros. Games, Koch Media, and more to come, E3 2021 will take place from June 12th through June 15th. Developers will be showcasing their latest news and games directly to fans around the world. The ESA will be working with media partners globally to help amplify and make this content available to everyone for free. The CEO of the ESA also had this to say. For more than 2 decades, E3 has been the premier venue to showcase the best that the video game industry has to offer, while uniting the world through games. We are evolving this year's E3 into a more inclusive event, but we'll still look to excite the fans with major reveals and insider opportunities to make this event the indispensable center stage for video games. They say at the end that the ESA looks forward to coming back together to celebrate E3 2022 in person. In the meantime, see you online this June. So we do have some more info there. Currently, at least, they're planning on doing an in-person event for E3 2022. Let's hope for the best! It should be noted that, at this time, this is the first time since 2015 where Bethesda will not have their own press conference. Most likely this is due to Microsoft's purchase of ZeniMax, meaning that they bought Bethesda last year. If I had to assume, if there are any announcements from Bethesda, they'll wait at the Xbox press conference. Of course, like E3 2019, Sony will be a no-show once again this year. Honestly, as much as this does suck considering Sony is one of the biggest highlights for me, it's also not totally surprising. Sony is able to pull off insane numbers with their State of Plays, rivaling Nintendo's Nintendo Direct format. If Sony will have announcements in June, I'm assuming it'll be near the same time as E3, but in the form of a State of Play. In terms of any statements from anybody, we have 2 in particular. The first being from Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, on his Twitter account. He said, quote, glad to see the game industry coming together again in June for a digital E3. This and other summer events are proof that our industry is strongest when we work together. Looking forward to sharing what we have in store this summer. On top of this, we have a statement from Doug Bowser, the president of Nintendo of America, on his Twitter account. It's going to be great to get the video game industry back together with our fans this June. We'll make the virtual format fun and engaging. Looking forward to seeing you all in June. If I had to assume what Nintendo is going to be showing, the last 2 Smash Fighters is the most likely announcement, meaning E3 will most likely be ending off the Fighters Pass lineup, assuming there isn't a Fighters Pass 3. I'm also hoping for something Zelda related, whether it's the Breath of the Wild sequel, or even some info on Zelda's 35th anniversary. Either way, I'm excited. Nintendo was always one of the biggest highlights for me, so I can't wait to see what they have in store. As happy as I am that E3 is finally back, I also really hope this ends up not causing more problems for them like in 2019. If you aren't aware, in August of 2019, the ESA, the corporation that owns E3, had leaked the info of over 2,000 journalists and analysts. This was a massive and extremely unprofessional move by the ESA and one that really put E3's future in jeopardy. I'm hoping they'll handle it better this year and that nothing like that happens again. But at the same time, I can't help be happy about this. E3 really is like video game Christmas in a way. It's a moment where we can all come together and celebrate gaming for 4 days with new game reveal after new game reveal. Even if that game turns out to be bad or disappointing, it's still a magical time to be a video game fan. And I, for one, can't wait to see how this goes. So, with that said, what do you all think? What are you hoping to see at E3 this year? Let me know down below. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic night, and stay safe out there. Signing off.